Yo, what's poppin', man? This is your boy Woothehousecat, HipHop.com. 1.9 million subscribers and growing. You know how we do, man. I'm in the Bronx, man, my home, and I'm with a producer. I'll call you producer extraordinaire. How about that?
Yeah,
he likes that. Producer extraordinaire. He's the man behind Reignz. He's the man behind a couple of other people. He's the man behind himself. He spits, he sings, he produces, he mixes, he records. He does it all, man. J30 music.
Yes, sir.
Poppin'.
We grinding out here, man. We grinding out here. We putting in that work.
What work? In fact, what work we putting in? What am I listening to? You got me listening to some shit behind me.
Oh man, we vibing out. A joint I was just playing. I got a joint. We got a compilation that we getting ready to drop.
All right.
It's called.
Who's we?
Me and my partner Reignz. We got a label called VMG, independent.
All right.
Check out the website scholarvmg.com.
All right. Let me shout her out though. Shout out Reignz.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we working right now. We staying consistent, putting out these records.
All right.
As a producer, I just been focused on producing and doing the hooks in the streets right now.
All right.
So I definitely been doing a lot of collaborations and things of that nature. So
all right. When you say collabs, who you collab with?
I got joints with just a little bit of everybody. I got joints with Haitian Jack. He rocks with Torch.
Right.
I got a joint with
Torch's MMG. Haitian Jack is from the Bronx.
Yeah, definitely. We got a joint with Rich Homie Corn that we getting ready to drop on the joint. Rich Homie Corn, shout out to Rich Homie Corn. I got a joint with Nori called She Ain't Gotta.
That's Queens, shout out.
You know what I'm saying?
Left Rack, we trying to come see you.
Yeah. I got a joint with Webstar, we getting ready to drop. Right. So we got a lot of collabos, yeah.
So you working?
Yeah, on the collabos.
How long you been doing this, man?
I've been doing this a real long time. Like I've been born in the industry practically.
When you say born in the industry, what do you mean?
Like I got family. Like basically most of my family is in the music industry. Like kind of coming up and in the fashion. Like so, coming up, my mom was a singer.
Oh,
you know, my aunt was a singer. Like yeah, my mom she used to sing with a group called Caviar.
Is mom's anybody famous?
Nah. I mean like she's been on doing a lot of shows coming up. She was a model at the time too.
Right.
So she's been around all the greats at the time. Yeah.
Right.
So just coming up, I just been around a lot of people in the music, and I just always been hungry to,
follow her footsteps.
Yeah, following not only her footsteps, but the music that I love and the sounds that I hear. So
how does mom feel about you getting involved in? I mean, she might have. How do you know mom didn't want you to go to college, to be a doctor or a lawyer? How does she feel about you doing music?
I think at the end of the day, she just wanted me to just do great things and be focused on whatever I wanted to do, and following her footsteps and doing music is nothing wrong with that.
Is dad involved in music also?
As far as what?
Is he involved in music also like mom is, or he does something else?
Who, myself?
Your dad.
My pops dibble and dabbles in the music, but he's more like he was a car salesman growing up.
Okay.
So and I didn't know my pops growing up. I met him when I was 18, so I didn't really have my pops in my life like that.
No, I understand.
So he's in my life now.
Mom was the basic.
Yeah, definitely. She was the backbone.
All right.
The whole family was the backbone, really.
Take me back to day one. What was day one when you first decided to do music, and what did you create music on? Like a lot of dudes nowadays use that computer stuff that we'll get into, but what was the first thing you started producing on?
Oh man, whatever I could get my hands on. I was around a lot of producers.
So you did the table, like when we was kids?
I started out with the table because I was singing, so I would harmonize with my beats.
Right.
I was down with a crew called Limbo Squad. I used to live uptown in Parkchester back in the days, and I was with a crew called Limbo Squad. And I used to do the beats on the table.
On the table. We used to bang on the table in the lunchroom.
Making them hooks always.
Okay.
So I was always being creative at some point in some way.
So your first instrument like the rest of us was the table.
Yeah, definitely.
In the lunchroom.
Definitely.
Moving past the table, what was the next instrument?
Fucking with the MPC 2000 XL. That was my baby. I started messing with the samples. All I had was a beat machine. At the time, I just invested into a beat machine. I was modeling at the time. I was investing money into that. Always having a studio. That was my main thing. Straight out the gate, like from high school, like freshman year of high school. So I always had a studio, and I just always want to keep adding on and learn different things from different engineers and different producers as well. Okay,
tell me the first joint you ever did that you can call an official joint. The first joint that you ever did
that I put out, or something that I produced.
That you produced that really came out like something, because obviously everything you did in the beginning was trial and error, and you wouldn't necessarily keep it. What was the first joint you put out that you're proud of?
That I'm proud of, that I've accomplished as a since we're gonna say I'm a producer to start off with, I've worked with Ja Rule. I did a joint with Ja Rule called Fuck 'Em All.
Okay.
That came out, you know, it was supposed to be on his album.
How long ago was
this? This was like about eight years ago, so I would say like 2008, 2009, around that time.
Was that the first joint that you did?
Yeah, like professionally, like put out, and working with a top artist at the time.
So Rule was like the first person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've worked with a lot of people, but something put out majorly, like, you know, working with a legendary artist.
It was Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Anybody after that?
I worked with Nori. I did a joint with Nori called what was the name? Getter. It was called Getter, featuring Wale.
Okay.
So that was a great experience. We shot the video. I was in the video as well. I'm on the hook as well.
Okay.
So it's out there. World Star, YouTube. Check it out.
Nah, he didn't say World Star. He ain't say that. I'm not a World Star fan. He ain't say World Star, but he said World Star.
It's out everywhere, man, at the end of the day.
What's the first? So those are some of your favorite joints. The first two?
Yeah, the first two. Yeah.
Moving forward, give me something currently that's just one of your favorite, one of your masterpieces that people can go listen to.
Oh man.
If they had to go listen to one track right now, what would it be? What would you tell them to go listen to?
I got a single right now called Party Like Us.
Okay.
Video's out featuring
Reignz. Right.
Featuring Reignz. We just put out the video under our own label, Scholar VMG, via Adventures Music Group. That's Chris Gotti's new label.
Okay.
So we just got the distribution deal. So that's like the first single right now. That's
your
out.
hottest track. That's what you would send people to listen to.
Yeah, right now, as far as what they could go see and what they could go buy, yeah, definitely.
What do you think about producers today versus producers of yesteryear? And my yesteryear goes back a little further than Jay, but as far as you could think back, what do you think? What do you think about producers today versus producers of, like, let's say, the '90s? What's the difference? What's the difference in vibe? What's the difference in music? And what do you like better? Who are some of your favorite producers from the '90s?
My favorite producers is definitely like Timbaland. I'm really into this shit. So I like niggas like Polo the Dawn. I like the Timbos. I like the Dre's. But I also like
Premier?
I definitely like the Premiers, the RZAs.
Right.
You know, like I came up with the sampling. So at the end of the day, I also had to learn how to sample. And that's why I say RZAs and, you know, also like the heat makers, niggas like that coming up. You know,
from the Bronx.
They was definitely fucking with the samples and shit like that. So I came up around a lot of niggas too that was, you know, fucking with samples.
So from the '90s, who's your favorite person? One person. Who's your favorite? One person.
I would say Timbo.
Timbo's the favorite dude from the '90s?
I would say Timbo. The late '90s, early 2000s.
Who's your favorite rapper from the '90s? Now that we're talking about '90s, because we were talking before we started the interview. We were talking about you mentioned the '90s is the hottest era. Who's your favorite rapper from the '90s?
I always was a fan.
You spit too.
I was always a fan of like Rakim, Das Effects.
But Rod's not really '90s though. Rod's '80s.
Yeah, but in my era coming up, really like I'm an '80s baby, but really on the hip hop level, like coming up, as you say, like doing the music shit, I really was coming up with that music, like as far as like with the spitting game. You know what I'm saying? I'ma say I was a fan of Jay-Z. I was a fan of, you know what I'm saying, Big. But those is definitely like guys that you listen to and you know off the back, like, ooh, they hard.
Doing what they do.
But they came up off of the Rakims and, you know what I'm saying, KRS ones. See what I'm saying? So
we said that at the same time.
Great minds think alike. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time.
And me coming from the Bronx, that's what I was listening to.
You from the Bronx? You a Bronx nigga?
I'm from
originally
the Bronx.
born and raised?
I'm from the Bronx. Born and raised in the Bronx.
What do you think about '90s hip hop versus hip hop in 2015? First of all, on a production tip, what do you think of producers today versus producers of yesteryear? Because nowadays producers use Fruity Loops.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Fruity Loops. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have that conversation because my argument is this: if you're gonna be a producer, learn to master your craft.
It's how you use it.
Think so?
Yeah, it's how you use it.
Okay.
Every producer has their own structure.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite software?
Well, I don't really have a favorite software. I just really like anything I could get my hands on.
So you fuck with Fruity Loops?
I fuck with Fruity Loops. The only reason why I've been fucking with Fruity Loops because these days now you can get all your plugins and all your sounds right on a computer. You don't need to buy racks and have all this equipment in the studio.
Right.
So I just still use it as a tool, but I'll use it like a beat machine or a keyboard.
So you do use Fruity Loops?
Yeah, I do use Fruity Loops.
And you use outboard gear, because around the room we have.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm still a fan of the beat machines and the Nico. I use anything, like I said. So I travel, I move around different studios, and I use different pieces of equipment that whatever I can make a beat.
What do you think the difference is between producers of the '90s and producers of 2000?
They don't have their own sound. I just feel like the producers today, like they're just emulating and copying what they hear already and whatever's dope. Like a lot of producers it's nothing wrong with it, but niggas is making like that Meat Mills, the Rick Ross beats, like, and it's just getting saturated. Nobody's being original.
But what about dudes like Kanye? Kanye's original, and I'm a Kanye fan.
But Kanye's not new. Kanye came up when I came up.
But he's in the 2000s though. He's not the 90s.
Yeah.
What about Pharrell? He's in the he's 2000.
But he came up from that. Like new cats, they don't even know about these other producers. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know about these other pieces of equipment. They only know a laptop, an inbox, and Fruity Loops and Logic or something. You know what I mean? So they don't even know. Honestly, they don't have no knowledge.
So do you know how to write and read?
No, I don't.
Play by
Everything's self-taught.
So you play by ear?
Yeah, I have no knowledge of playing like off the books and things.
So like no writing, everything for you is just off the dome reading.
Yeah, even in a booth, like I don't write. Everything's off the top.
You know what? You the second. No, I don't want to say the second person, but Jay-Z says he don't write. Big says he don't write.
But my thing is, of not writing is because I'm so creative. I feel I'm creative to a point when I'm in a studio and I make a beat. I want to get my ideas down right away. So when I'm in the booth, and as an engineer, I go in the booth and I record myself. So I'll have an idea. I want to lay down the hook.
So everything we hear you do is off the dome?
Mostly everything, yeah. Like I always go back in the studio and tighten it up. It's not like
How do you remember everything? Like if you have to ad lib, or if you have to punch in and punch out, how do you remember what you said?
It's just really formatting it and sequencing it in your head. Like it's in song mode already. Like once I'm getting the rhythm of the song, I'm already remembering my bars. So
have you been spitting as long as you've been producing, or has the producing, the spitting evolved? I started out rapping. I mean, I started out singing really because everybody in my family was singing. So, and then I just really came into the rapping into play because like family was doing it. Okay. I seen it in the streets, so I was definitely feeling the vibe. So just be a rapper and an R&B. What do you prefer to do? Spit, produce?
I'd rather come in as a producer because I could do anything after that point. But I really want to do everything. So.
No, but I mean, what's his name? Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders. They played baseball, football. They did both, but they had a preference. Deion Sanders probably preferred to play football.
I mean, I think I'd definitely be doing the production side because I like creating records and I like making great music.
So you like the actual creating of the music.
Yeah.
Okay, moving forward, how did you come up? How did you meet up with Marla Reignz? She's like mad popular. How did you meet up with Marla?
Honestly, like. This is not even like about really like music. We come from the same hood too. Like a lot of people don't know that. Like, well, she's originally from Kingsbridge, but I'm from Pelham, from the Pelham side of the Bronx. So we linked up like years ago, like working at the same job type shit. And years down the line, like I didn't know she was doing music at the time. So I was doing music with other people that we all know the same. We in the same loop. We know the same people. So as years went by, I found out she does music. And I'm so hungry, and as a producer, I see great talent, I see great, music, and our charisma together. Just like once we did the first track, we just started banging out mad joints.
What was your first track?
I think I produced a joint for Project Mega Reignz. It was called what was the name?
That was on an album, right? Mega Reignz was an album she had, or was that a song? Was that was the name of an album, or a mixtape?
It was an album, but it was
a mixtape. EP mixtape. But that was you produced the whole thing, or you produced?
I kind of like co-produced it. I had like about four or five joints on there, and I was featured on about 2 records. So.
Okay, so that was like the first thing you worked on with?
Yeah, and then moving forward from there, like we just started creating more.
So it's sort of the Missy Timbo relationship.
Yeah, kind of like it's kind of crazy you say that. It is because we're more creative on the creative side than just being artists. Like. We want to just attack these records and make a great record at the end of the day. So not only for ourselves, we like to do it for the people.
So talk to me about the label. How did the label come to play? I mean, don't you have enough on your plate as it is, much less wanting to start a label? Yeah,
but in this industry now, it's hard to just do it by yourself. I feel like, not that it's hard to do it by yourself, but it's better when you have a team and you have people working with you and you're working great together. So as moving forward, we was working on these records, and we kept working. We keep working on these joints, and I'm like, why don't we, you know? I'm good at what I do.
Right.
She's great at what she does.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She always handles her business. I always handle my work, my side of things. And I said, yo, why don't we do this together? Why don't we try something? I never tried it before, so I said, especially doing it with a female, and not only MC but business-wise. So I said, let's try it. And then within a year, we already accomplished an independent label and a distribution deal. Okay. So I think moving forward is great right now.
What do you feel some of the difficulties are of trying to do it all? Because you're producing, you rapping, you're a label owner, you producing for Mala.
I think the only difficulty is the difficult thing is not having the budgets these days, because a lot of times niggas was getting the budgets back in the days, right, but they wasn't putting in the work. They didn't have the scale of music that we might have now today compared to what they was doing before.
So the budget is the hardest thing.
I think that's really all it is, you know. And being independent, you got to put your own money in, or somewhere you got to have an investment. You know, so.
If you had to give young producers that are watching, how long have you been doing this?
I would say professionally, 13 years.
Let's say 15.
Yeah,
Let's say 15 years. 15 years. Young producer sitting there watching this that wants to do what you do, what advice would you give them? Because in 15 years you can learn some stuff. Mm-hmm. What advice would you tell them? What would you tell them? You know, the do's and the don'ts.
I definitely would say it's not a rush. It's not a rush situation. Like, don't rush. It's starting from writing your rhymes to making a beat to creating a song to creating a team and a label. You can't rush. First, know your business, kind of like, and you got to be hungry. You can't feel like because one thing didn't work, I can't make the next thing happen. You just got to stay consistent at the end of the day, really. And master one thing first, really. Like, master whether it's gonna be a business or your art, because both of those are important. So that's mainly one thing.
You could go back and change one thing that J30 has done, musically, professionally. I'm not saying your personal life. What would that be? One thing. You only get one.
I mean, I don't regret anything because everything's a stepping stone. So
there's not that one thing that you say, if I would have done this differently, this would have turned out differently.
Back to the business. I think if I was more on top of my business,
right,
and not always in the studio creating records. Because people tell me all the time, "Well, Jay, you got mad records, my G. Just put them out already."
How many you got?
I mean, not to brag, honestly.
Brag. We sitting here.
I got about 10 to 11 albums ready to go.
Why did
not mix and master?
Why do MCs and producers do that? They just create. They don't put out.
Because you want a sound, and at the end of the day, like I didn't think that I created my full sound. Like now, I feel like I am me.
Okay.
And before, I felt like I was all over the place.
So what are you gonna do with those joints that you have?
It's time. Because in the position I'm in, I can still sell records, right, and I can still push the records. Okay. So that's what I'm more focused on right now, like really pushing the records and selling the records.
So are we gonna hear these joints that you haven't put out yet, or are they gonna stay on the shelf and you?
Well, we're already releasing records. Like I said, we released the first one. We got the next record called All On It, right, which is produced by me, featuring Reignz. Okay. Like I said, she got the next single featuring Web Stars called Soul Slap. Right. I got the next single called Whole Scene Lit. Okay. So we just working right now. Okay. We just putting out singles, really. I don't want to focus on putting out an album.
CD? All right. Why is that?
Because nobody buys into music the way they used to. So I think if you feed them
a little at a time, as opposed to a bunch,
then they'll eventually grab on.
Okay. Who are some of your favorite artists today? Like the new dudes? You can't tell me they all suck. Like you gotta like somebody. If I were to grab your phone, who would I find? You gotta like them. Again, they don't all suck. Like somebody gotta be good.
Nah, there's a lot of great artists out here. I mean, like I said, honestly,
who are you a fan of?
I'm a fan of, right now, underground to new.
It don't matter. Now that you mention it, you know what I think is underrated, don't get enough love, man? Fred the Godson. Now that you said that, man.
Nah, Fred's my dude. I actually came up with Fred. Like,
he don't get enough love.
He gets love.
Not enough though. He's a beast. To me, Fred's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
He don't get enough love though. Just wanted to say that.
But see, it's back to what the people want and what the people like.
I think the people are so used to listening to shit though, they don't know when something good comes along. They wouldn't know good if it fucked.
The radio doesn't play. The radio doesn't play enough artists and a variety when there's a lot for us to really accept any other artist.
Why do you think they keep playing the same shit over and over and over?
It's payola. Like they're just getting paid out, and there's not a lot of labels. Number one, so the labels have to sell.
No, I think there's like 3 or 4 labels.
Yeah, but they have to sell their artists. They have to brand their artists. So who are the top artists? They're gonna keep putting out those songs. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're not giving anybody else that love and that shine right
so
now.
You guys are gonna try.
Everybody's shelved all the time. Somebody's gonna come out with a project and then their projects get pushed back.
So you're gonna try to push through. I mean, it's that's not an easy task to push through the industry of dudes that have hundreds of millions. Puff got hundreds of millions of dollars. So does Baby. So do a lot of other people to put behind an artist to bring
but they also have a lot of artists on their roster and you never hear about them.
Nah, they you only hear about the same 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's my point. So it's like it's kind of messed up. So that's why I say, why sign if the situation is not right when you could be independent? If a lot of people's not going to hear you, why be signed to a major?
Just to say you signed.
Yeah, when you can put out your own music and say, this is my money. I put this money up and invested into this, and this is my product. This is my label.
You guys have anybody sign it, or is it just you and Monster?
Nah, I think right now it's just we the main focus right now because I don't want to tie into selling anybody a dream and say, yo, I could do this for you if I can't do certain things for myself. So
understood. I respect that.
I think branding ourselves first is the great thing because at the same time we're dope. Okay. So why not only brand ourselves?
You have a track where y'all spit together?
Yeah, we got a lot of tracks spitting together, doing hooks on the joints, So, like I said, we're coming out with a compilation, so we're dropping all the joints that we got with features and together.
And that compilation, when it drops, is going to be iTunes?
Yeah, iTunes, scholarvmg.com.
You guys have a website?
scholarvmg.com. Everything's scholarvmg.
Okay. Tell me something about you that you want your fans or your up-and-coming fans to know. What? Tell me about the man. J30 Music, the man. Forget the music. What's the man about? What's the man like? You married?
No, I'm not married.
Kids?
Yes, I do.
I asked Molly the same question. She gave me this look, like, yeah, I got a man. She gave me that same look. You're a little more easy about it.
But it's different. You asked me if I'm married or if I'm in a relationship.
You have a significant other.
Yeah, but I'm not married. So at the end of the day, yes, I do have a daughter.
Right.
And I'm proud of what I'm doing, and we building.
What kind of father are you? You're a good father. You're a bad father. You spend a lot of time with your daughter. Could you put a lot of time into doing this?
I do. I spend a lot of time with my daughter. I think I spend more, but in the industry that we're in, I always have to be, working. But I do put the father time in.
Okay.
My daughter is everything.
What's the best thing about being a father? Best thing about being a dad?
Learning how to be a man.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Especially having a girl.
Okay.
It's different. I think if I had a son, I'd probably be a little bit more.
You got a gun? You got a daughter? You gotta have a gun.
You best to be ready.
It's the Bronx, man. Yo, if you got a daughter, you gotta have a gun. How old is your daughter?
13.
Shout her out. I'm not sure what her name is.
Maria ST, she already knows. She's an artist as well.
You think she's gonna want? What does she do?
She does a little bit of everything. She dances. I got her more focused in the dancing. Okay. She's a writer. Her pen game is crazy.
Oh, she writes.
Yeah.
To sing or to spit?
She sings, but she just, she's in her stages right now. Okay. She's just building, getting her craft right.
So you're all right with your daughter wanting to follow in your footsteps?
I'm okay with her doing whatever she wants to do, and because she sees me doing what I do, she's inspired by it. So there's nothing wrong with that.
That's what's up. That's definitely commendable. A lot of parents don't want their children to follow in their footsteps.
I mean, you can't stop it. I mean, you can't stop them from listening to music. You can't stop them from watching TV and watching what we do. So why stop them from doing it? I feel like.
No, that makes a lot of sense. What do you think of some of the trials and tribulations young artists face today, coming up in the computer age? Back in the day, it was a lot different. Back in the day, when I started, shit was totally different than today. Mm-hmm. Now everybody and their grandmother spits. Yeah. You turn on Instagram, and there's more supermodels, there's more rappers, there's more millionaires than I ever seen in my life.
It's easy. Everything's right there for you. So I feel like.
You think that waters shit down and fuck shit up though? I mean, when everybody does,
no, it just gave more people an opportunity to do it. Okay. I don't think it watered it down. It definitely, the internet fucked shit up.
What's your game plan for not fucking up sales? Because people, I mean, obviously you guys are trying to make money. At the end of the day, this is about money. people will pirate and download this shit for free. And how do you plan on combating that? Like, what's your game plan for, as a label owner, for selling shit as opposed to me pirating it? And that's a rough question.
I mean,
because artists don't make money like they used to. They make more money off tours than I think they do.
Yeah, you make money off of shows and product. Right. So you have to give something, and it's funny you say that. Like I've been thinking about it lately. Like, what me as a person and as an artist, a producer, what can I give the people to sell, and I mean that they could buy into besides the music that they could really love, besides beats.
So what was the answer we got?
I'm still figuring
You're still trying to figure that out?
Because it's not easy, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has hats, everybody has shirts, everybody's trying to brand themselves a different way, but it's not different.
Everybody does the same shit.
And everything changes, the game changes every 5-10 years, so the trends are different. Like now niggas is wearing tight jeans and cut off shorts, now niggas is wearing colorful socks, now, you know what I mean? Like, it changes, so what is gonna be it in 5 years, in 10 years?
Do you believe you have a life expectancy though? You don't want to be 40 years old still trying to spit.
Nah, but that's why I'm behind the scenes. I produce, I can still write.
Well, yeah, you can produce forever. Yeah. Dre's like 50 something. He's still producing.
It's great because I love to make great music at the end of the day and see other people do well. Okay. And if I have hands on that, it's.
But that's what's up. Yeah. What do you think you bring to the game that is different from everybody else though? What's gonna make people run out and buy J30 Reignz as opposed to, I don't know, Nicki and me?
Not saying that other artists don't have quality body work.
You can say that.
But I think that we're giving original, real sound and music, and we're not only like an old sound, but we're discovering new sound. Okay. But everybody's just doing like the same stuff. Like every record you hear is the same sound. So not only for myself, but Mala, we're not giving the same records all the time. Okay. So that's one of the things I feel.
How do you get people? Because again, if you're gonna be a label owner, you have to come up with some creative ways to get people to listen to your stuff, as opposed to listening to the stuff they're programmed to listen to on the radio all the time. How are you gonna combat that? How are you gonna get people to download your CD or purchase your CD as opposed to purchasing Nicki and Meek? What's your game plan for that? And the reason why I'm asking this question is because you have a label and there's people that may want to sign to the label and they're going to ask you that question. How you going to help me move my shit from point A to point B?
I feel as a company, we got to give, not only because being independent, we're not only trying to think and worry about ourselves, we're trying to give to the future, you know what I'm saying? So new artists, I want to be able to have people believe that when they're working with us, they're not only seeing that we have something that we could give them, they could get from us. Okay. So I think a lot of labels are not doing that anymore. They're just signing people and they're just writing off checks at the end of the day, and their music is not being put out the right way. They're not being guided the right way and told, certain things coming up. So I think that's one thing that we could give.
That's different.
Yeah, that's different.
What makes you different as an artist than everybody else? Because it's spitter. What separates you from the crowd? Because there's a million spitters. I can sit here and run off a million niggas off the top of my head. What makes J30 different than everybody else?
I'm just consistent at not one thing, at everything that I'm doing, and making me complete as an artist. I know that I'm focused and I can make records and I can make a project that, like I said, it's a body of work. Okay. A lot of cats, they're just putting songs together on a CD, and that's not really a album. Okay. That's why I really haven't even put out an album yet. So I feel like once I do that, I feel like it's going to be amazing for people to see everything that I've been doing for the last 15 years.
So it's going to be 15 years worth.
Yeah, because they haven't even really heard me yet. I feel like everybody's been hearing me being an artist, an engineer, a rapper, J30 in the streets. Right. So now when I come out, they're going to hear all of that, and that's what's going to separate me from everybody else.
Okay. Moving forward, what do you got coming up that we need to know about, that they need to know about? What's
a lot of videos. Okay. That's what we focus on right now, the record, the video, the artwork, and
so y'all got some videos getting ready to drop?
Yeah, we got a lot.
World Star. I hate saying that, man.
Nah, it's not even World Star. World Star is not even, it's...
I'm anti-World Star.
It's not even to showcase really artists. I feel like it's just showcasing everything.
But no, for you a model, what do y'all got coming up? What new stuff do y'all have getting ready to drop that you know about so they can watch out for?
All On It. is produced by me, featuring Reignz. That's dropping maybe more towards like December. And I got a joint called Whole Scene Lit, produced by Hazardous Heat Productions, another dope producer that we fucking with.
And that's coming out when?
That's gonna be dropping more towards the end of the summer, so that's getting ready to drop like, in another couple of weeks.
And videos with all the songs?
Yeah, just videos with all the songs.
And they can listen to all this stuff via your website?
ScholarVMG.com. Everything is ScholarVMG.
Hopefully they're nice and send it to your man Woothehousecat. I mean, hopefully.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna get everything exclusive.
Hopefully. How about that bit? Do you put stuff on that live mix?
Yeah, we're gonna drop. I'm actually getting ready to drop a couple of mixtapes. I'm gonna drop a strip club CD that I'm getting ready to drop. That's gonna be free for the people, so I can tear up the strip clubs real quick and just promote that way and get more of my music.
How often do you drop drums?
Well, I try to drop as much on the internet as much as I can, like Instagram, YouTube, stuff like that. I used to do Ustream a lot, so that way I could, you know, draw my fan base, whether it's overseas and
here.
How
often does Mala drop drums?
I mean, we just try to stay as consistent as possible. We just try to like space them out. Cause Mala's like very like, she likes to really work a record. So that's another thing like we're working on right now, like really working one record and not just being all over the place with a whole bunch of records.
Alright, well moving forward, man, anybody want to shout out?
Oh man, I want to shout out Scholar VMG, the team. I want to shout out Reignz, my partner. I want to shout out my big bro, It's Wingman, It's Wingman.com. I want to shout out just everybody from my hood that's been watching me, you know, my growth doing this music. I want to shout out my moms. You know, she started me doing this business. Gotta shout out moms, man. Definitely. Gotta shout out my daughter. Gotta shout out the rest of my fam. Shout out my cousin Dana. You know what I mean? You already know what it is, fam. So we
tell them what. So we're in your studio. So tell them about the studio.
Scholar VMG Studio. Yeah. It's in the Bronx. If y'all looking for studio time, you can hit us up at scholarvmg.com. SVMG Studio on Instagram. SVMG World at Gmail.
Any phone numbers or not?
They can just email us, and we'll get at them as soon as possible.
I have a bad habit of asking everybody to drop 16. That's one of my best. Some niggas rehearse because they know I'm gonna get out.
I don't rehearse. I don't do the rehearse thing.
I'm just saying.
I don't spit 16.
Some niggas rehearse.
Until I get
they in the closet doing this because they know I'm coming to see him and they don't want to look ridiculous on camera. So I have a habit of asking everybody to drop a quick 16 for me, and so you ain't no different, Jay.
No doubt.
Do me a favor, hit me with a quick 16.
Let's see. Shit in the game gotta get paid for what you asked for. Shit real, nigga. Is you ready to last for it? I'm past for all the bullshit you niggas asked for. I gave y'all too much. Is it really if I'm too much, I'm giving y'all too much? Y'all niggas disgust me. Roughly, I'm ill with it. Y'all niggas spill shit, but you still did it. I still did it. It's J to the 3-0, Scholar VMG, I'm real with it. I produce tracks and I sing too. Niggas thinking about things that I done did in the past life. Ask twice, I give you more. It's J to the 3-0, I spit raw, of course. I spit from the top of the dome, y'all niggas stand alone. I don't hold chrome, but I still spit fire. Y'all niggas ain't speaking the truth, y'all all liars. Y'all do the shit for the wax, I do the shit for the tracks, I do the shit for the plaques, I do the shit for the stacks. Ain't nothing free here. I ain't even got a degree here, but shit I'm gonna achieve here. Scholar VMG, free for the dome.
Yo. This is your man. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to talk to a little nigga like me. I greatly appreciate it.
Ain't nobody
I greatly appreciate it, man.
Moving.
Yo, I'm definitely a fan, man. I've been a fan of Mala's for a while, man. I'm a fan of J30.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, come on, fam. Woothehousecat, man. HipHopDiaries.com. You know where you can find me, man. Instagram, the HipHop Diaries.
ScholarVMG.com.
Shout out to G Rated doing what she does. Shout out to Reignz behind the scenes over there taking pictures and laughing at us. We doing what we do when we.
If y'all looking if y'all looking for those beats too, holla at your boy.
Yeah.
Beats for sale.
Yeah.
ScholarVMG.com.
Put some money in their pocket,
SVMG
man.
Studio. I got that on deck. If you need them hooks, get at your boy.
Don't holler asking for no free shit. You know my
Nah,
man
ain't
SB
free.
says. Respect the producers, man. Amazing SB says that all the time. Woothehousecat, man.
And give that credit where credit is due, yo.
Woothehousecat, man. J30, Reignz,
Yes, sir.
G Rainer behind the scenes, man. I gotta go.
You already know what it is.
Peace.